A lot of we got some news in football, which I think is totally funny, and it tells you that the Giants aren't leaving a stone unturned. Right, first they signed Jameis Winston to a 2-year deal for $8 million, and just today that the Jameis Winston thing happened last week. Now, just today they signed Russell Wilson for 1 year, $21 million. So they got two quarterbacks. Yep. And I wouldn't be surprised if they even draft one.
Draft Shador or
Ward.
Or Ward. But I don't think Ward gonna fall to them. But yeah. And draft a quarterback too. That'll be doing your due diligence.
That'll be doing you. Somebody's gotta hit.
You're trying at that time. At that point. I wish Dallas was this tenacious, okay, and getting players that they need. Okay. So
me too.
I'm for them reaching that straws, I'm not gonna blame them. I ain't blaming them at all for that.
Me either. I wish the Saints would do it. I wish they would just draft a quarterback in the first round.
Right.
They hadn't done that in 50 years. So
yeah, man. I don't get some of these franchises like that. Just keep drafting them. Just keep drafting quarterbacks. Why are you wasting your time on these other players in third, fourth round who
exactly
out? They're not on the team 2 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get you a quarterback because a quarterback is valuable. If that quarterback end up hitting, you just got crazy.
You solve all of your problems.
All your problems.
It makes up for everything. Yeah, your quarterback makes up for everything. And look, I get it. Back in the 90s, you could build a strong defense and you can get by with Jeff Hostetler.
Right.
You can't do that today. You gotta have an elite quarterback. You gotta have a Josh Allen. You gotta have a Lamar Jackson. You gotta have a Patrick Mahomes. You gotta have an elite quarterback. If not, you're gonna struggle. And even if you got a good quarterback, you got Dak, who's good. It's gonna be a struggle to get out of the first round.
Yeah, it really is.
I got a decent quarterback. We can't even make the playoffs with it. We could barely get 500 with Derek Carr.
Right. I mean, you can see the playoffs this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were all veteran, above
elite,
and great elite quarterbacks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Purdy. I mean, Purdy was on the lowest rung, and he went to a Super Bowl and an NFC Championship the year before that. Okay?
Right.
Regardless of what system you think he was playing in, and people try to say he is system quarterback. Look, they had other quarterbacks there in that system.
The same
system who are trash. Trey Lance came from that system. He was trash in that system, okay? If you're a trash quarterback, you're going to be a trash quarterback in that system.
Exactly.
That's not going to make you good.
Yeah, like I tell people, since we're on the topic of Jameis Winston, I watched him for 5 seasons in Tampa struggle with Mike Evans, with Godwin, with all of these players. Yeah. Tom Brady shows up the very next year, Super Bowl.
Yep, just elevate the team, completely elevate the team with one position.
One position.
This is an aging Tom Brady, a 40-year-old Tom Brady. It wasn't
43.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like this is the brand new spanking new,
young
29-year-old Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This was not Tom Brady at his prime. This is Tom Brady declining at the end of his year. He's like 42.
Right. Even though, I mean, throwing 40 touchdowns is kind of not declining. But, I mean, yeah, God, I see what you're saying, yeah.
He's declining for him.
He's at the end of his career, yeah.
And he's at the end of his career. It's declining on his level, right? And he elevates the team, the exact same team. Okay, sure, he added Gronk. But seriously.
Yeah, he added Gronk. But that's him bringing his people with him. I mean, he wasn't there, Gronk wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, but still in all, it was still Mike Evans. It was still Godwin. It was still the same defense. And somehow he elevated that team to a Super Bowl. 1 year. And the crazy part about it, that was the COVID year. So he had no off season with the players. He had no preseason. He had no training camp.
Yep.
That was truly amazing what he accomplished there. But that tells you what an elite quarterback does for a team.
Yeah, when you get an elite veteran quarterback, it changes their franchise night and day.
Yep.
Night and day. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
like I said, I ain't gonna fret. The Giants are trying. They're grasping at straws. Yeah, they are. They're
yep.
grasping, bringing in Jameis and paying him $8 million, even though that's pennies on the quarterback scale.
That
Now,
is pity.
I mean, you paying Jameis $8 million. You really reaching.
Well, so I saw this meme when they signed Jameis Winston. They said the Giants should draft Travis Hunter so he can catch
Oh
Jameis's
yeah,
good passes
he can
and
go
defend
chase
his
down the
bad.
interception. Yeah. I saw that joint.
Yo, that's funny, and that makes sense. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Just get Travis Hunter
Yeah, he
to defend
instantly
his.
turned to a DB. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
can turn it into me and stop the bad passes. Yeah,
Yeah, really though. Really.
too funny. But but yeah, no, but one of the things also that I saw was that the Titans are considering getting a trade, making a trade for that number one overall pick and getting a haul of players. Hell, I would consider it if I'm the Saints.
Right.
We need a quarterback, and we're not going to get one. We're not going to get one if Carr's there, and it's not a knock on Carr, but the truth of the matter is he's going to keep us at 500. We're going to be 8-9, 9-8. He's going to keep us right there. So you're never going to have an opportunity to get a top level quarterback, and you're never going to be good enough to make the playoffs. So if Tennessee is willing to trade, go on and package that 9th overall pick and next year's first round pick and give it to them.
Yeah.
And let's try Cam Ward. You gotta try to get a quarterback.
You gotta try.
Gotta try.
You gotta swing. I mean, can't hit a home run if you don't swing.
Exactly. And we got lucky to get Drew Brees for 16 years. We didn't have to draft him. I don't know if that's going to happen again. We're going to have to draft somebody. Yeah. So I wouldn't be mad if they would have tried to make a splash and get that number one overall pick out of the Titans. I wouldn't be mad with it.
Yeah. So who would you want at the number one if you had that?
I want Ward. I want Cam Ward.
Yeah, Ward.
I want him. Yeah. Bring him in. I don't care. I'm at the point I'm willing to do anything to get a young, top-notch quarterback. I don't even know if he's that good. I don't even know if I like him that much.
Right.
But I'm really the
I don't like shot. I don't think I like his personality. It's something about his personality I don't like. I don't know what it is. It's just when I see him talking, I just feel arrogance from him.
Right.
That's what it is. It's over arrogance. You know?
Right. And he didn't win the title or anything. It's like, well, why are you so arrogant? You didn't do anything.
You know what I'm saying? I know you broke this record. I think he broke the record for the most touchdowns.
Yes. In a season or something like that. Or the career or something.
I think it was career. Yeah. What did you really do? You went out there, you played a half. That's another thing that got me. You went out there and played a half for your team. And then, all right, y'all be good. You know,
I got the record.
Yeah, I got the record. Got to show myself on TV, y'all. Y'all be easy.
Yeah. Thanks for your time.
Let your team lose. Like, come on, man. Seriously? I mean, it was good for me because I went and bet the other team right away. But
yeah,
that I didn't like that. That left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. So I'm not too fond of him. I don't know him well enough. I don't want to put it that I'm not fond of him. I don't know him well, but I want the Saints to make a splash. I want them to do something bold. Get a quarterback. Like, okay, let's stop this Spencer Rattler nonsense. He is not the guy. Let's stop it. We can see it was night and day between him and Derek Carr. So let's stop the nonsense. Let's get somebody else in there that has the potential to be the quarterback of the future, because this franchise is not going anywhere unless we get a quarterback.
Yeah. And I'm agree with Dallas. Hey, keep drafting backups. Keep drafting them. Somebody's got to challenge Dak eventually. You know what I'm saying? You already let Cooper Rush go, so now you definitely need a backup quarterback. You know, I think he ended up signing with the Ravens, which I thought was a weird fit.
I thought that was a weird fit. It was the Ravens. I didn't see why. How did that make any sense with the scheme that you run?
I didn't understand it at all. I'm like, if he goes down, you change your whole offense, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not running none of that stuff that Lamar was running.
Lamar had, right?
None of it.
Those read options, that's dead now.
Done.
So I don't know. Maybe they brought him in to help him with the passing, reading coverages and stuff like that. Maybe that's why they brought him in. I don't know. To be a mentor. I don't know. But that is strange. Well, one other thing that happened, the Saints bring back Brandon Cooks, former Cowboys receiver, former Texas Titan, Houston
Texan.
Keep
getting paid, man?
He gets paid everywhere he goes.
How does he keep getting paid? I don't get.
He's still solid.
He just goes and does average. He's an average receiver now, a very average. For the last few years, he's been average.
He is.
These little brief little showings, he'll get past, get behind you, get a little 40-yard touchdown pass. But he's not consistent. You know what I'm saying? He's staying hurt recently.
He's a small guy.
He's very small, very slight guy. I just don't understand it. Well, he keep making it to the next team. I think he's probably the 16.
But the funny thing is, when he played for us years ago, we loved him. We wanted to keep him in New Orleans. He wanted to go. He made this one comment after the Saints beat the 49ers a few years back. I don't remember what it was. I think it was Michael Thomas's first or second year. Maybe it was his second year. And Michael Thomas was, becoming Drew Brees' favorite receiver. Brandon Cooks was his favorite before, and then Thomas was getting a lot of catches. And he didn't like his role. Cooks didn't like his role. And he said something of the effect, closed mouths don't get fed, meaning if I don't say anything about not getting the ball, then I'm not going to get the ball. So he apparently he was upset about not getting the ball. He didn't like his role. His role for the Saints, if you remember the Saints from the early 2000s, the Saints had a receiver named Devery Henderson.
Yeah, Devery Henderson, the speed dude.
He was the speed dude. Yeah, his job was to take the top off the defense. Every time to keep those safeties back.
That's right.
And that's what the Saints were doing with Brandon Cooks. Mm-hmm. His job was to keep the top off the defense, force them the safeties to stay back, and that allowed in Devery Henderson case, that allowed Marcus Colston to get a lot of receptions along in the middle of the field. And Brandon Cooks' case, that allowed Michael Thomas to get a lot of receptions in the middle of the field.
Yep.
He didn't like that role. So he demanded a trade. So it's kind of odd that we brought him back when he left on bad terms.
Yeah, but that was a long time. How long ago was that? Like 10 years ago?
That was probably 10 years ago.
Jeez.
Yeah. I want to say it was probably like 2016 or 2017. So it wasn't quite 10 years ago. I'm trying to remember when we drafted Michael Thomas. I want to say he came at 15 or 16. So,
that's kind of about right.
Yeah. Right. So, and I remember he was having a breakout season. He started, Brandon Cooks had been our guy for years. And then all of a sudden, Thomas just started to really elevate his game. And he started to become the go-to guy, and it started to make sense. You can see that the Saints were reverting back to the system that they ran before, where you had the speed guy taking the top off the defense, and then you had your tight end and your big receiver catching everything across the middle. Mm-hmm. And so they seem to be reverting back to that, but he did not like that. But it's all good. He's back now.
Wow.
Yeah, older and slower. We'll see how it works out. So
pretty much.
I don't understand the logic, but 5 teams later, we bring him back. Because he played for. We traded him to the Patriots. He left the Patriots. I think he went to the Rams, then the Cowboys, Texans. Dude went to like 5-6 different teams since he left us in that 8 years.
The Rams, the Texans, the Rams. Where else did he go? He went somewhere else too.
He did.
Shoot. There's one more team in there I'm missing, I think. I feel like I'm missing.
Yeah. Cowboys, Rams, Patriots, Texans. 4, but I think there's a 15.
Wow.
Yeah. He's been traded mid-season. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Can't
stay nowhere.
Right. So But we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see if the Giants pick up another quarterback in the draft. We'll see what other free agents sign in this crazy football season, especially as we get closer to the draft next month. So check us out. So let's wrap this thing up.
Let's go.
Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.